Miss Dana. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Good. So, I know we talked last week about Sam hurting others. Is that still happening?
Yeah, we've had him doing some biting when he's frustrated, and
Okay.
including me, and kind of hitting, being aggressive during play when he's not getting his way.
Okay, so it usually happens when he's not getting his way?
Yeah, I think so. It's
Okay.
kind of how it seems.
So what are your goals for the end of this session after we complete it?
Maybe to find a strategy or something to how to react to him when he does this.
Right.
Because I don't, how do you stop him from biting, or what, to get when he's doing a reaction. And maybe something I can do that I can try to help guide Dad when he's with Dad.
Yeah, those sounds like good goals for today. And so what we're going to do today is I have this tip sheet,
Okay.
and it's specifically for toddlers because Sam is 2, and it's specifically on hurting others. So we're going to talk about this today, and I'm going to let you take it with you so you can have it to refer back to. So first, let's talk about why children hurt others. When children are growing, teething is normal, and so sometimes a teether can help. Other children, sometimes they push, sometimes they hit when they don't get their way. And so also, hitting may also be a way for your child to get what they want, like you said. That's kind of what you're thinking Sam's doing it for. And so how to prevent your child from hurting others. Triple P is very proactive in parenting, and so these are some proactive steps you can take. Watch your child closely. If you notice he may have a trigger, what we call a trigger. And so when the trigger happens, it may be that his face wrinkles or he automatically opens his mouth to bite. So watch him closely, and especially in situations like you said they were outside playing and he bit because he got his toy taken away. Watch him in specifically those types of situations where he's bitten before. Encourage desirable behavior. If you take the time and notice the good things that your child's doing, so they're playing with blocks. Oh, Sam, you're doing such a good job building that tower.
Okay.
So be really good in praising the good behavior. And then practice being gentle. Do y'all have pets too?
Yeah, we have a dog,
Oh.
and sometimes I feel like he gets a little, like in the face and things that way too. And so, we try to push him kind of back and do some of those. But yeah, he does.
He does. Okay. So what you could try and do is practice being gentle. And so letting him pet the dog, taking your hand and guiding it maybe.
Okay.
Or even, animals are easier to practice with than other children.
Yes.
And so maybe practice on the animal, and then maybe teach your child how to hug others and being gentle. And so if misbehavior occurs, you can also use quiet time or time out. So
Okay.
quiet time and time out's a little different. They have some distinguishing factors. Quiet time is where you sit your child on the edge of the activity. When they're that young, you may sit them in a playpen or something, but on the edge of the activity, still being able to see everything in their line of sight and their toy possibly for 1 minute quietly.
Okay.
And this is going to take some practice because he's probably not going to be quiet immediately.
Right.
And so if he can't calm himself and be quiet for that minute, then he goes to time out. So time out is that second step after quiet time. And time out is a safe, secure area where he is alone and can't see his toys, can't see his problematic, but you can visually see him.
Okay.
And he's just quiet time for a minute.
Okay.
So, and then you return your child to the activity, remind him what is acceptable in play, and then if this happens again, you just repeat the steps.
Okay.
And so some points to remember is that, a lot of parents think maybe you should bite him back. And so...
My husband has said that, or my soon-to-be ex, yes.
Really? Okay. So what this teaches your child is that you're telling me an action that you do. And so that kind of gives them mixed signals.
Okay.
And then also if you get confused or anything, remember these key steps are on the back if you don't have time to look over the whole tip sheet.
Okay.
Definitely look at these key steps. Try to anticipate problems. At first, praise your child for playing nicely with others. And then do not ignore your child's behavior. Tell your child what to do. Have to practice gentle.
Okay.
If problems continue, use quiet time or time out, and then return and try it all over again.
Okay.
Okay, so as we look at these steps, starting here all the way to the end of quiet time or return to the activity, I want to give you this parenting checklist.
Okay.
And if you could, just figure out which ones you'd like to implement in your house.
I definitely like the praising, the good, the good behavior. I
Okay.
think that would maybe help a little bit more instead of always feeling like, or no, don't,
Right.
or reacting to what he's doing.
Okay, what would be an example of that when he's being good and you can praise him?
There's times where he's at our house or at my house, and like my sister comes over with her, with his cousins,
Okay.
and things where they can play quietly and they do really well, but then there's times where I feel like it all gets out of control anyway,
Okay.
and things that way. But I think, maybe when they're calm and playing together nice,
Good.
those situations we could definitely, work on with them.
Yeah, that sounds good. What else?
And I think that would also be a good time to, praise him or help him, talk about being gentle and things too, because one of his cousins is a little bit younger than him as well, so it always kind of scares me that he's going to go up and just, be a little too rough with the little one,
Right.
and it's, so maybe doing that demonstration of, soft touches, gentle touches, something that way. And then when he's doing those things, because I feel like right now I'm kind of on edge waiting to see what happens. So if I
Right.
can catch him, calmly saying that or showing him that, it might help a little bit.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
And then definitely was looking at the, using the quiet time or the timeout depending upon, but as a reaction to the biting when when I have seen it happen, instead of overreacting and getting frustrated, and yelling and upset with them, maybe
Right.
just doing that instead and see how that works.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it's very important to stay calm. Do you feel that any of these would be good for your ex-husband as well?
I think that he knows that the biting is an issue, and I think we're both at the point of, how should we handle it,
Right.
now that he's in different atmospheres, when he's with each one of us, maybe it would give him, kind of a layout of maybe there's just some things that he could do, too.
Okay.
Where it's not just coming from me saying, no, I don't want you to bite him back, or, something that way.
Right. And if you notice on your parenting plan checklist, there's days of the week.
Okay.
And so it starts with Monday, which is today. And so whenever you do praise him for being good, or practice gentle, or do quiet time, culture time, and time out, just tally it up on the different days.
Okay.
And we'll discuss it when you get back, okay?
Yeah, because this would be easy for me to give to Dad when he's got him too, and say, okay, we're
Right.
pulling.
Okay, and also, I know Mondays is a good day for you, still at 4:30 is next week fine?
Yes,
Okay.
sounds good.
Great, well, I'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.